Hello everyone and welcome to the EGFC Big East Invitational Day 2. And I just want to say personally thank you all, and I hope you're all having a wonderful time in New York City and enjoying the OS studio. But as always, I'm Navok, and once again for the second day running, I'm joined by Hunted.
Very much. I'm excited to be here. Today we're starting off our semifinals with Xavier versus Seton Hall. Should be a good one. Immediately followed by Butler and DePaul University. And these teams are going to battle it out with the rest of the Big East. They all played yesterday, and these four emerged victorious. But who's going to take the title of the EGFC Big East Invitational victors? The matches today going to be best of sevens. Each winning team from their individual game moving on to the final. So really looking forward to this one. We have a great matchup first. Already said Xavier versus Seton Hall. Seton Hall ran over Group A yesterday, Navik, and I'm excited to watch them do it again today.
Yeah, no, we did see Seton Hall absolutely demolish Group A. And of course, if looking over the next match as well, we have DePaul, who went 8-0 in their groups. So that's absolutely massive. And I definitely am excited to see their game being played out against Butler.
We are underway with game number one between Seton Hall and Xavier. Xavier in the orange. Blue is Seton Hall, and it will be Seton Hall who scores the first goal. Jared over top of the defense, 1-0.
Yeah, only 13 seconds into the game, Jared managed to find that one, like you said, straight over the defense. Lovely shot. There was an attempt to steal it off him. A good challenge, but unfortunately just went over. And already, Seton Hall starting to take the lead, continuing their dominance from yesterday.
A great start for the blue squad. And Seton Hall in the blue. Jared, Tone, and Breezy as Tone plays that one off the post. For Xavier in orange, McWiff, Mushu, and Satisfied Onion. We are underway. This is a best of seven. The winner of this goes to the finals. A long day of Rocket League yesterday. The teams rested and ready to go today. Already Seton Hall on the attack. They've got a first goal here as Breezy's looking for a second. He's trying to go underneath McWiff. He gets it by. Mushu can't get there in time. Tone will score. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and Seton Hall here getting that second one. Like you said, that was good. Breezy kind of baiting it out a little bit. McWiff trying to contest it. Breezy just let it drop. Tone followed it up. You saw Mushu trying to save it, but they managed to get it through. And I did want to bring up, we are playing best of sevens all day today. And it's a weird thing to think about, but it's almost a completely different metagame, right? Because it's a lot more mental stamina. You had a bunch of short matches, like the best of fives, but this time, at a minimum, you're going to game 4.
At least more time for you to react to your opponent and to come up with different strategies to try to get yourself into this series. So certainly game 1 important in every series that you play, but not necessarily a nail in the coffin if you do drop early on. As now Xavier, they find themselves down 0-2. A bit of a misplay there through mid. Jared's going to try to collect. Pinned away there by Satisfied Onion, and we back into the blue zone.
Yeah, and this, of course, is the first time both of these teams played against each other, with Xavier being in Group B and Seton Hall being in Group A. They haven't had any of the weekend practices. We see Xavier managing to score their first goal here, bringing it to 2-1. And 3 minutes left, 3:30 left on the clock. We're not even nearly at halftime. We have another minute to go, and already 3 goals coming in. This is quite an explosive game.
Yeah, you would expect both of these teams to be quite high scoring. We saw Seton Hall again yesterday through Group A. That was all that they wanted to do was score goals. And Xavier, a team that struggled a little bit in Group B. I believe they went 5-3 on the day, but obviously making it out of that group. They're here to prove that they are they're here to make a stand. This one's going to be pushed into the corner now. Mushu and Breezy will play this one away. There's Jared into the corner. Satisfied Onion's going to rotate around. Now here comes Mushu. Plays it back down. Tone over top of him. Gets by Satisfied Onion. Now it's a one-on-one. He's actually got Breezy in mid as well for support. Breezy's there, but he pushed it just wide. It stays 2-1.
Yeah, I really, really liked that attempt out from Seton Hall, right? It almost looked like, I was just about, as I was about to get into that, we see Tone manage to get it past, what was that, 3 of the defenders committing for that ball?
Yeah, Satisfied Onion gives the ball away through mid there. It's a good flick, but he needed follow-up from a teammate. Mushu was just a bit too far away. And the pass out in front for Tone to knock home his second of the game. It's a good play from Seton Hall, and they're already jumping out to an early lead. You can't let this blue squad get this kind of momentum if you are Xavier.
Yeah, no, this is a definitely good spot. I mean, oh, now Xavier, though, managing to get a bit of a breakaway mid-whiff, trying to catch Breezy out. Breezy's not going to be able to get around the ball in time, and that's going to, again, put it into a net goal of 1 as we are hitting half-time. This could be a 10-goal game.
It certainly has the makings of a high-scoring game. I wouldn't be surprised if things start to settle down here in a minute, as Seton Hall only a goal lead now. They don't want to give up too much, as it is 3-2 with just half of the game left to go. Mushu gets the first opportunity into the blue zone. Here comes Satisfied Onion. Team captain will play this down towards McWhiff. Great save by Breezy. Mushu still to follow it up. Jared not able to find the touch. Tone will try to find the clear, but it's going to pop up right in front of the blue box. Here comes McWhiff, shoots and scores. We're tied at 3 with 2:11 to go.
Yeah, Xavier saying not today. We're evening this out. We're bringing this back to the equal scoreline. Lovely, lovely shot. Set up by Mushu, scored by McWhiff. That is some teamwork, and that's what we should expect out of these top 4 teams.
Just like that, we're back at a tied game. Seton Hall had the early lead, but cannot hold on. Now Breezy would love to get that goal back. He's taking the shot. He scores underneath the defender. Back to a 1-goal lead for Seton Hall.
Yeah, Breezy getting a nice tap hit off the backboard. Managed to rotate himself over, getting a really good read on that in case McWhiff managed to get the touch. He wasn't able to, and Breezy managed to find a score right below him.
4-3 with 2 minutes left to go here in game number 1. This the tone has been set, I think, here in this early game. A lot of goals going to be scored, and these teams need to clean up their defense.
Yeah, I think this is, it's also very, very clear that I don't think we're going to be seeing a 4-0 sweep.
No, it would be a surprise to me if we saw either of these teams take the series in 4 games. Certainly both capable of winning 4 in a row, but against their opponents as Mushu and Satisfied Onion combined, it's going to be a 3-on-1 the other way. McWhiff gets back just in the nick of time to play that off of Jared's car. Keeps the game only at 1 with 1:20 left to go.
And that's what we've seen throughout the season as well. McWhiff has been super duper defensive in Xavier's play style. And although all 3 of the players have fantastic rotations, he always just seems to be there in time.
With 65 seconds left, Jared will play this into the corner, bounces it out for Tony, scores. 2 goals separate the teams now with 62 left to go.
Yeah, Jared saw both of the Xavier players trying to get him contested and challenged both of them, got it through, got it to Tone, and he managed to get that lovely little rebound off the wall into the goal. And I mean, again, when you are that confident to just carry the ball, dribble it around, and then outplay your opponents, you're doing really well.
That was the hat trick there for Tone. A Satisfied Onion tries to carry this on. Breezy, what a save on the goal line. I think Satisfied Onion would like to have that shot back, though. He didn't get much on it.
Another attempt there. Breezy going to be able to clear it out to Tone. Manages to get it past one of the defenders, Mushu. Tone and Mushu fighting it out. Jared getting a tap. Breezy looking to make a connection, but Satisfied Onion and Mushu say, not today.
Now with 30 seconds left to go, Xavier still needs 2 to try to tie us up here in game 1. Mushu will play it into the blue zone. McWhiff up to play it along. Corner, now Tone forces Satisfied Onion back. Jared can't get over top of Satisfied Onion. This could be a good opportunity here for Xavier if they can turn, but they can't as Breezy comes slicing across the pitch. McWhiff now on goal, looking for Satisfied Onion. It'll bounce in front. Mushu doesn't have the angle, and that should be it for game number 1. Seton Hall, hang on.
Yeah, Seton Hall there, it was looking a bit close for a second, but we did see Seton Hall manage to pull in the lead and take game 1 in this best of 7. And of course, this isn't like the pre-eliminations or anything like that. If the teams lose, they are gone.
Yeah, there is no room for error in these series. And again, since this is a best of 7, Xavier certainly shouldn't be panicking at this point. You played Seton Hall well through the first game, got a couple of defensive things to work out, but if they can do that and maintain that offensive aggression they've had, they can certainly steal a game and potentially even the series away from Seton Hall.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen it. We haven't seen it in a best of 7 scenario, of course, but I am looking forward to seeing it as, ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into game 2. Hit us up on it.
5 minutes on the clock. No score on the board. It's game number 2 between Seton Hall and Xavier as Jared gets the first chance on goal. Good pitch up from McWhiff to Satisfied Onion. Jared will rotate back and play it towards Tone. Mushu last man back. Takes his time, collects a couple of pads, but it comes right out towards Breezy, just wide on the shot. Seton Hall already getting off to a good start on offense.
McWhiff looking to center it there. Does get stolen away by Jared. Back to Satisfied Onion. Satisfied Onion has the boost, but Breezy looking to contest it. Tone flying out right over his teammate, not needing to use any of that NOS, as we do see goal number 1 coming out from Breezy. Unfortunately, the ball dropped just a slightly too low. I believe that was Satisfied Onion, wasn't it, that was trying to keep it off? Yeah, didn't quite get the touch, and Breezy managing to find goal number 1.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication between the Xavier defense there as well. Mushu plays it into the corner. I don't think Satisfied Onion was quite ready for that touch, and he was in just a poor position to try to play over top. As Woey makes that save, are you kidding? Off the crossbar comes Satisfied Onion, and he saves it away.
Yeah, not letting Seton Hall get their second goal of this game. As Breezy now, with an attempt, gets it past one of the defenders. The ball is free-falling. Mushu managing to find it to McWhiff. McWhiff getting a good bounce, centering it for his teammate Tone. Passing it away. Satisfied Onion once again with a really nice bounce that's going to center it. McWhiff is going to make the attempt, but the ball slightly too high.
We've played a minute here in game 2. It's a 1-goal lead for Seton Hall. Somehow they were unable to find that second, as now Jared takes a shot. There's Satisfied Onion to make the save again. Breezy the follow-up. Good positioning from McWhiff to clear it away. Jared's not going to be able to keep it in. Tone whiffs as well. Now Satisfied Onion, he has McWhiff in support. The shot's wide. He can't put it home. That's off the post. Are you serious? Out in front, Seton Hall put it in their own net.
Oh no, that was so unfortunate. Tone was looking to save it as well, and they just collided into each other. Breezy hits it, Tone goes for it, and it goes straight in.
That was a comedy of errors on both sides for that Xavier goal, but regardless, it's 1-1, and we've only played a minute and a half.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that was extremely unfortunate for Seton Hall, as now we're seeing Xavier put on a lot of pressure. The ball got a really nice bounce. If you are Seton Hall at the moment, they're going to take a shot onto goal, and nobody's going to be able to get around the ball in time.
Yeah, McWhiff had to make a choice here. He had a lot of momentum coming across the pitch. Jared takes a pretty lazy shot, but the backflip, unfortunately, from McWhiff will allow that ball to bounce home. So it's a 2-1 game now for Seton Hall. And this is something that they've done well early on in this series, responding with goals after Xavier gets on the board.
Yeah, and it's definitely working out for them. We saw them take game 1 with a 2-goal lead. Tone getting a good shot onto goal. McWhiff managing to find the save.
Jared, great pass to Breezy. He'll score. What a play out in front. Seton Hall take a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, I really, really liked this, right? We saw Breezy setting himself up. Jared knew exactly where to shoot that ball down to. Got the bounce. Breezy got the touch straight in over all 3 of the defenders.
That's Breezy's 5th shot of the game. He's got 2 goals. Jared with a lovely assist. But now Xavier want to try to respond themselves. Jared's going to cut that away from Mushu and find the clear as well. Has Tone through mid. The ball's going to bounce back and forth. Breezy clears it back down the pitch. 2:40 left to go as Satisfied Onions trying to play it out of his own zone.
Now McWhiff getting a good touch. We're going to see a challenge coming out between Mushu and Jared. Now Tone and McWhiff. Tone's going to be able to get that final touch straight to Satisfied Onion. Good bounce, straight and clearing straight down to Seton Hall's side. Okay, good patience coming out communication. We did see Satisfied Onion stop. Now trying to steal it away. They're trying to stop the momentum towards their own goal at the moment as Breezy dribbles it straight in.
That he does, and he gets. Jared should get the primary assist here, but unfortunately not going to count on the scoreboard. The demo onto Satisfied Onion gives Breezy the walk-in for his hat trick here. 4-1 for Seton Hall. Still time remaining for Xavier, but a 3-goal deficit can be quite difficult to come back from.
Yeah, 2 minutes left onto the clock. 3-goal deficit is definitely a hard place to be in, but this is a good attempt coming out from McWhiff. Breezy managing to find the save.
Good play out in front as Satisfied Onions looking for the pass. Nobody rotates around. Mushu had a chance at that ball. It was a good pass across the box. I don't think he was quite expecting it, as that's a missed opportunity for Xavier. Still there on the offensive attack. McWhiff getting bumped by Satisfied Onion, and things just falling apart for the Xavier squad.
Yeah, now we're seeing Tone with an opportunity to set it up. Is he looking for the double touch? He is. Centers it right into the goal. We see 1 whiff. We see 2 whiffs for a second there. That was looking a bit dicey.
And I think Xavier just needs to settle down as a team right now. Lost game 1, you're down 4-1 here in game 2. You might not be able to come back, but you've got at least 2 more games to play. You need to relax and get your head re-centered on this game. It can be quite difficult to keep those emotions in check, especially in an important situation like this one, as Mushu's going to take that away and he'll score. That's a great way to give them. Yes,
from Mushu. Mushu finding that off of Tone. He came in that with confidence, literally just stole it away. Jared tried to contest it, got the touch, but by that point there was too much forward momentum.
That's a great way for Xavier to get themselves back into this game. They're only down by 2 with 1:10 left to go. Jared's going to take this towards the cage, bounces out in front. McWhiff by Tone now as Breezy rotates around.
Now, Satisfied Onion with a good touch, passing it to McWhiff. McWhiff not finding it. Satisfied Onion trying to be that one-man army and go for that offensive transition. McWhiff in the defensive here. Tone, though, challenging it, managing to get it past one of the defenders. All he needs to do is get one more tap. They find it. And that's going to be goal number 5.
Yeah, poor clear from McWhiff. He's in a difficult spot. He's trying to play against 2 blue attackers, but that's got to be a better clear. He pretty much passed it directly to Breezy. And Breezy will take that for his 4th goal of the game. It's 5-2 with only 45 seconds left to go. I think if you're Xavier, it's time to cut your losses and focus on game 3.
Yeah, you're definitely not looking at a great situation. But of course, a 2-loss deficit isn't a death sentence in a best of 7, right? You still have another cushion of a game. And if you can find that win, you can start gaining that tempo and momentum back.
It'll be 6-2 now as another poor play out of the corner there from Xavier. And yeah, this game all but over now. And you're exactly right. Game number 3 is a brand new game. You have a chance to maintain or to regain some of that momentum, regain some of that confidence. As something I always like to point out, the beauty of Rocket League, especially in these best of 7 series, it doesn't matter what the score was of game 1. It doesn't matter what the score was of game 2. What a touch from Jared. He nearly had a highlight reel goal here at the end of game 2. But game 3 is a totally different game. 5 minutes on the clock, 0-0, and you've got another chance.
Yeah, and that's the great thing as well, because now they don't have to be concerned with goal differential, right? Because that was a factor coming in when they were deciding their seedings, and now they don't have to be concerned about that. All they need to care about is getting those points up on the scoreboard.
Well, that's going to be Seton Hall. We'll take game 2. And yeah, 2-0 lead now for Seton Hall. We can't, this is the exact Seton Hall team that we saw play yesterday.
Yeah, and they were absolute monsters. And I'm going to be honest, I'm excited to see what comes out. As me and you, being Group A, we didn't actually get to see the pool play at all yesterday. So I am really excited to see how that match turns out as well. And we could be seeing an absolutely phenomenal grand finals.
That we most certainly could. Would not be surprised to see the 2 number 1 seeds coming out of the semifinals to go into that grand final. But still, this is not over. And I think Xavier, while game 2 looked a little bit rough, specifically towards the end there, I think there's a lot of good things to take away for them and something that they can build on heading into game 3.
Yeah, and going into game 3, like you said, they can mentally reset all they want. And we are going to be hopping into it very, very quickly here as both the teams are ready to go almost instantly. We are jumping in, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3.
Seton Hall with that 2-0 series lead. If they win this one, they will be on match point. Jared's going to have the first chance. 6 seconds in, it's a 1-0 lead for Seton Hall.
Yeah, no, now Jared being able to find that one, got it past some of the defenders there, and just managed to clear it in. There wasn't anybody there. Mushu tried really, really hard to get around that ball in time, but just didn't have enough time to make it.
So a kickoff goal for Seton puts them in the lead yet again, this time in game 3. Breezy deflects it into his own corner. Now Mushu will play this one away. Good read off the back wall by Tone, and he'll play it down towards Jared. Satisfied Onion uses the ceiling, but it falls right to Tone, who plays it back into the orange half. Mushu out in front. Breezy shot. Hits the crossbar, but it's in. 2-0 for Seton Hall.
Yeah, 2-0 here. I really liked this play from Seton Hall. Breezy just managing to find it off of the bounce. And that's sometimes all you need, right? You just get a good angle. They're not prepared. You find the goal.
It's 2-0 now. Xavier Struggling a bit on the defensive half. We've seen a couple of giveaways. That goal a result of another one as Mushu makes a good save on Breezy. But something they need to fix in a hurry as Seton Hall has been taking full advantage of these defensive miscues.
They're getting a nice rebound there. Tone looking to try and make a shot onto it, but does get it into the corner. Now some corner play happening. McWhip getting it past two of the defenders. Jared playing it patiently, though. Massive save coming out from Mushu there. If Breezy can get this touch, he is going to find the goal.
That's the second of the game. Breezy in great position to find this rebound. And that's a good play from Jared, a smart play. Just throw it on goal. You know the defenders are low on boost. Somebody's got to make a touch that they might not want. He pops it up. Breezy able to slam it home, and it's a 3-0 game. We barely played a minute here in game 3.
Yeah, no, we really haven't played that much at all, and Seton Hall have pulled a massive lead, but we did see Xavier catch up to them last game, and all we need to be seeing from Xavier is applying some pressure, because at the moment, Seton Hall have complete ball control.
As this one careens towards the net, Mushu turns around just in the nick of time. I absolutely agree. The ball control has been firmly in the blue grasp for pretty much the entire series. We've seen flashes of brilliance from the Xavier offense, but they haven't been able to maintain possession as now Mushu, great opportunity. Satisfied Onion's not going to be able to get there. It's still down in front of the blue box. Jared with the whip. It's still in front of the blue box. No orange card in sight. And that's just an easy clear for Seton Hall.
Yeah, now a good attempt from Seton Hall once again. They're applying that pressure. McWhip with the ball might be able to make a runaway. Tone does manage to contest it, gets it past one of the Xavier defenders. Jared with a shot onto goal, hits the crossbar, doesn't go in.
That's a good pinch there from Jared. Nearly makes it 4-0 as McWhip trying to do his best to play it out of this orange zone. Satisfied Onion's going to take the ball away from Tone, but only for the moment as Breezy and McWhip come together through mid. Good play there again by Tone. Has Breezy looking for a deflection. It might just fall in. It will. Tone gets a long-range bomb for his first of the game.
Yeah, that was an incredibly good shot coming out from Tone now. I didn't expect that to go in at all, but here we are with goal number 4.
The most interesting stat to me in this game, no shots on the board yet for Xavier, and we played nearly half of game 3. They've had opportunities for shots, but some really lackadaisical kind of follow-up. No orange card in the vicinity of the blue net when they had an opportunity to make a play, and it's not good enough. You're not going to be able to beat Seton Hall without taking shots.
No, and that's the thing, right? It's if you don't get a chance to have a shot, they need to find a breakaway, and at the moment, Seton Hall's just not giving them a chance. Okay, Satisfied Onion with an attempt. McWhip back to Satisfied Onion. Satisfied Onion now trying to run it away. Tone. Now we do see 2 of the Seton Hall players coming up from behind. All Mushu has to do is get a good center. There it is. Jared's going to manage to contest it, though, pinching it away. Now Tone in control, gets stolen away, but doesn't go over Breezy.
Is that the first shot? No, it didn't even count as a shot. Still, they haven't registered a shot on goal.
And it just goes to show you how well Seton Hall's playing more than anything, right? Xavier's a good team. Xavier has fought their way to be in the semi-finals, but Seton Hall at the moment is just playing so well. The last 2 days, they've been absolute monsters.
Absolute domination right now as Tone wins that challenge. Back of the net. 2 goals for Breezy, 2 goals for Tone, and a goal for Jared makes it 5-0 in favor of Seton Hall with only about 95 seconds left to go.
Right Onion here, looking to try and make it happen. Gets it past Breezy, doesn't get it past Tone. Centered here. Are we going to see Jared coming in for a shot? He looked like he wanted to, but didn't quite have the boost for it. Breezy getting that tap away. McWhip trying to contest Jared, not going to find it. Mushu, though, going below Breezy, chipping it back up, trying to get that clear. And a shot onto goal. Is this going to be it? This is going to be it. Goal number 1 for Xavier. They're finally on the board.
And it comes off of a bit of a misplay here again. Breezy just giving the ball away. I don't think Jared was quite ready for that. He was thinking that was going to be a challenge and it was going to careen down the side. Instead, it's a shot on goal, and the first goal for Xavier in game 3. But with only 70 seconds left, you need 4. It's quite a monumental task.
Yeah, no, statistically, it's not looking in your favor, especially if you give Seton Hall another goal. Now, that is, what, less than 15 seconds on average a goal Xavier would need to tie it up.
Ooh, that's an own goal as well.
Unfortunate. That is, you hate to see it happen. We've seen both teams do it now. It happens. Mistakes happen. But now we are going to be going into the last minute of it.
That we are. A 6-1 score line. Seton Hall dominating yet again in this series. We expected things from Xavier. We haven't been able to show them off, I think, so far in this series. Whether that's because of nerves or just Seton Hall playing the game that they want to play. Again, a reminder, Seton Hall did not drop a game yesterday. They went 3-0 through every single match that they played. And right now, they're starting 3-0 here. Could they make it into the finals without dropping a game?
I mean, you know what? That'd be a great record to have, right? Like, if you're like, oh yeah, we didn't drop a game in the LAN event at all. It's like, cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. But satisfied onion here. Jared getting a shot on to goal. We're going to see McWhip and Mushu with that defensive rotation. Communication coming out. They don't bounce into each other and accidentally pinch it in, as we saw earlier from the Seton Hall team. Tone, now it's 2 seconds left onto the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game number 3 going towards Seton Hall.
6-1 final score. And again, the Seton Hall offense absolutely rolling. As it looks like we're getting word now from Xavier that they're thinking about putting in a sub. Not entirely sure who they'll be subbing out or who will be coming in, but Xavier trying to make a change. They realize that their backs are against the wall. They've got to reverse sweep this best of 7 now if they want a chance in the finals, and maybe the sub is the answer.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see who they bring out as a sub. We have seen them sub in, I believe, 2 players throughout the season. Their names are not on the top of my head at the moment, but we have seen it work for them in the past. So I'm more curious than who we see subbed out. Does McWhip get subbed out, or does Satisfied Onion? Mushu's been playing really well. He's been saving, so I think it would actually be a mistake.
Yeah, it would baffle me if they took Mushu out of the game. I think he's been the bright spot, like you said. Granted, it's been a tough road for all of the Xavier players. I don't know who I would take out of the game right now. I think McWhip is changing his car, so it's hard to base that on that. So we'll see as we go into game number 4 what exactly Xavier decides to do. But regardless, we understand they have to make some kind of change, and it's got to be drastic. It's got to be right now. There's no more time for error. You've dropped the first 3 games of this best of 7, and like I said, you've got to win 4 in a row now. So anything that they can do to throw off Seton Hall, whether it's demos, whether it's this sub, anything that they can do is a good thing in my book.
Yeah, no, and it does come down to maybe the sub is completely the right choice, right? Because you're completely throwing a new player in with a new play style. They might catch Seton Hall out, but again, I think the question falls on who do you sub out at the moment?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll see what they decide to do. Mushu's still in the server. I believe Breezy is here as well. The only player missing from, or I'm sorry, Breezy, not Breezy, Tone. No, Breezy, Tone, and Jared, obviously, for Seton Hall. Satisfied Onion is still in the server, and Mushu as well. So maybe they are swapping. I'm not entirely sure what's happening.
Yeah, McWhip looks like it's going to be the one getting subbed out. But, ladies and gentlemen, we will be hopping to a very quick break as the players sort themselves out. We'll be back with you momentarily. Hello everyone and welcome back to Seton Hall versus Xavier. We have had a sub being made, Mick Whiff out for Broseph, and I do apologize for the slight delay. We did have some technical issues switching players over, but we are ready to get into the games now. And I'm looking forward to this. Like you were saying, Hunted, it's the do or die moment for Xavier, right? Like, Xavier need to get this game, and this sub might be exactly what they need.
Well, we're just going to have to find out. They also get a little bit of a break, too, in that sub swap there, so maybe that'll help them refocus. But, yeah, this is a must-win game. Every game from here on out in this best-of-7 now is a must-win for Xavier. And the first one can always be the most difficult to find. We'll see if they can do it here in Game 4.
Yeah, and at the moment, we are already seeing Seton Hall putting on the pressure as they find goal number 1, 17 seconds into the game.
Yeah, Seton Hall just picking up where they left off after Game 3. Satisfied Onion, not the greatest clear. Jared's going to score that just about every day of the week. He'll put that one home. So, yeah, 1-0 early on for Seton Hall, and Xavier's got to come up with a response quickly.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where when Seton Hall gets this goal early, it's like what we saw happen to Butler, right? It was a momentum-based game. Broseph with a good attempt onto shot here. Tone manages to make the save, though. That was looking a little dicey, though. I really, really liked that.
Now Broseph will pinch it along the mid wall. It's up there for Tone. Jared, the demo on the goaltender, Mushu. But back wall play by Satisfied Onion. All three players from Xavier kind of clustered in that corner, but it will be Mushu to find the clear. Tone, last man back. Pops this one up. Here's Satisfied Onion. The bump onto Breezy, but Tone still plays it back down. Broseph will make the save. With a minute gone by, it's still a 1-0 game for Seton Hall.
Yeah, there's only a minute gone by. This game feels like it's been going on for a little bit longer than that, but goal number 2 being scored by Tone off of the ceiling. I mean, this man is so good. Like, Tone is just mental, and he's really, really making it shown.
It was a great shot from Tone, and in my opinion, an even better pass from Jared. He recognized the defense and just put it in a perfect spot. All Tone had to do was get a nice touch on it and put it in the back of the net. So it is a 2-0 game now as Tone goes underneath Satisfied Onion. Will go into the corner looking for a pass out towards Breezy. He's there. He's up. It's saved away by Mushu. Satisfied Onion starting the transition. Jared, last man back, has to make a play. Broseph had a chance on goal, but he couldn't quite get around the ball.
Now we're going to see a shot attempt on to goal. It's going to hit the crossbar, going slightly too high. Broseph being in a good spot here, though, to recenter it. Followed up by Satisfied Onion. He gets the touch. It hits the crossbar. It's not going to go in.
That was the opportunity there for Satisfied Onion, but the bouncer just a bit too high. Now he's looking to create something yet again with 3 minutes left to go. It's still 2 goals necessary for Xavier. Might be 3 if Tone has his way. It'll bounce home. Jared gets credit for his second of the game. 3-0 for Seton Hall.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Seton Hall is putting in the work. You know, at the start, Game 1, we said it was highly unlikely that we were going to see a 4-0 series coming into this first semi-final game, but Seton Hall looking to prove us wrong and not drop a single game.
Oh, no. That's a free goal for Tone. And, yeah, things just coming apart for Xavier now. This is not a mistake that needs to be made. Satisfied Onion just overshoots the ball entirely. Tone will take that. He gets his second.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and I don't think anybody would have predicted Seton Hall coming in off of the season, right? Marquette, we were talking about it during the break, right? Marquette not making it to semifinals. Marquette were one of the few teams that actually beat Seton Hall in the regular season. So there's nobody to keep them in check.
Yeah, no Marquette to have to play away, although the next matchup that we have coming up, DePaul versus Butler, is going to be a good one as well. And, you know, DePaul pretty much did what Seton Hall did, except in Group B. They went undefeated, and they even played a couple more games than Seton Hall had to. They went 8-0 yesterday. Quite a long day of Rocket League for them, but overnight they get a chance to rest, to watch some VODs, and come in today fresh, ready to play. And their first opponent's going to be a tough one in Butler, but with the way that Squid was describing it to me yesterday, DePaul should be a good match for anybody they come up against.
Yeah, and I think that is the match that is predicted to come out into the finals, right, will be DePaul against Seton Hall. Because at the moment, with how Seton Hall are playing Xavier, one opportunity there does get cleared away by Jared to Tone. Onion's going to try and clear it away, but he just recenters it. That's so unfortunate. He needed to pop it.
Either that or just take his time. No need to slam this out in front. You have the guy coming. Why not use his momentum to allow him to play it off the back wall for you? And unfortunately, does not get that read, and Tone will find the hat trick. So this game and this series at this point, barring some miraculous comeback from Xavier, just about done. It's going to be a 4-0 clean sweep for Seton Hall, and they just continue where they left off yesterday.
Yeah, no, they are playing phenomenally well, and I am curious because if we see a similar event occurring in the next game with DePaul and Butler, and it would be two undefeated teams going against each other. Somebody's going to lose their record at that point.
Oh, yeah. And that's always fun. That's always fun to watch. And, yeah, I mean, it's been, like I said, a long weekend of Rocket League for all of these teams. Xavier, they put up a good fight, but it was overwhelming, I think, in this series. Seton Hall just playing the game that they want to play. You know, looking for those midfield passes, being so very fast to the ball. Tone has been a standout player for them all weekend, and he continued it today. It's difficult. You know, I mean, we watched Butler, who was the first seed coming into this, just fall victim to this Seton Hall team yesterday. And how do you expect any other team to do any better?
No, exactly. It's a difficult situation to be put in, and it does make you wonder if the seeds were a little bit different. We could be seeing a completely different semi if we did see DePaul and Butler being put in the same group.
Well, final 45 seconds. Going to tick away here in this series. Again, a 4-0 sweep for Seton Hall over top of this Xavier squad. Well played to them. They're our first team in the grand final. But immediately after this one, we've got Butler and DePaul. Butler. Oh my goodness. DePaul is trying to stay undefeated. Butler, the #1 seed, coming in. I have a feeling that series is going to be quite interesting. I don't think we saw the best of Butler yesterday.
No, I 100% agree with you. I don't think we saw the best of Butler in any case, and I'm hoping a night's rest, some mental, reset, maybe traveling and everything got to them a little bit. It happens to people, and hopefully now they've kind of got a bit more practice in throughout and warmed themselves up and got them in a better mental space. And I'm hoping to see that we do see the Butler team that we saw throughout the season. But, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate Seton Hall for their spot in the finals.
Seton with 5 goals in this one. 7 seconds left. It's 8-0 now. And all but the formalities have been played. And the sub didn't quite work out, but again, I like the decision from Xavier to at least try something different. In hindsight, it didn't work. Maybe having McWiffin might have changed things here in Game 4, but there's no way to know that after dropping the first 3 games.
No, not at all. But that is going to be Seton Hall proving us wrong with a 4-0 sweep, playing as well as they have been throughout the entire weekend. And we will be hopping to a short 5-10 minute break as we get prepared for our match with DePaul playing against Butler. Hello everyone and welcome back to the EGFC Big East Invitational. We are going into game 2 with DePaul playing against Butler. DePaul coming out undefeated in their bracket completely, going 8-0. I am very excited. Me and you, Hunted, have not been able to cast them, so I'm looking forward to it. I know you're very excited to see them play. And
yeah. I mean, absolutely. I can't complain when I'm watching an undefeated team come up against a team that we did watch in Butler. And my interest is, number one, how DePaul plays the game, but also how Butler responds. After having a day, I think that they weren't necessarily 100% happy with, though they did qualify, of course, for the semifinal. I'm interested to see if Butler steps it up a notch.
Yeah, but hopefully the team should be joining into the game any second now. And yeah, I'm excited to see if we can see DePaul continue their win streak. And yeah, the players are loading in. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1, DePaul University playing against Butler. We have DePaul in the blue and Butler in the orange. Hit us off, Hunted.
Yep, DePaul in blue, Flux, Karma, Juni, and Rumble. And as you said, Butler in orange. Webb, Steven, and Zombie Burger, the squad we watched all day yesterday here on the official channel on Group A. We covered Group A, so we got a chance to watch a lot of Butler, but as we mentioned, not a whole lot of DePaul. We'll see how they play early on here in game 1. Zombie Burger wants to play this out in front, but it will eventually careen towards Karma Juni. Webb's to challenge him. First 30 seconds in the book. Still no score. Pretty decent pace to start things off.
Yeah, this feels like the longest it's been today. Like, considering we've only watched one best of 7, I feel like this is the longest it's taken to get a first goal.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that last series was extremely high scoring between those two squads. And I have a feeling that, yeah, this is going to be kind of a feeling out period for both teams.
Yeah, they haven't played against each other unless they've been scrimming between matches and things like that, or after yesterday. So this, in theory, is the first time they've played against each other this weekend. So yeah, definitely feeling each other out, trying to see what's improved. Apparently, Webbs has a couple things planned, and at the moment, he's making it happen. Ooh. Flux with a massive save.
Somehow that ball stays out. Webbs had about 2 or 3 chances at it. Hit the crossbar with the final one, as this one's going to bounce in front. Zombie Burger with the clear. We stay scoreless, a minute and a half in, but Zombie, he'll send this towards the net. Webbs is waiting for a touch from Rumble. He'll play it out of the corner. Over Flux. Karma Juni, last one in front of the net, and will patiently play it clear.
Yeah, no, that save from Flux was absolutely massive as Webbs gets another opportunity onto goal, hitting slightly too wide. Steven playing it in the back, setting his team back up. Karma Juni, though, deflecting it, not letting it that bounce to center it in goal. Zombie Burger running it down now, getting it towards that corner. Again, we are seeing opportunity for opportunity coming out from Butler at the moment. They've gotten multiple shots onto goal and barely just made it. Flux's save was still like half a second later, and that would have been too late.
Oh, yeah. I'm really liking the way that Butler's playing right now. They're playing with speed. They're playing with confidence. They've got to make a play here. Good save by Webbs onto Rumble. But you can tell that they are here ready to go. They want to make this grand final, try to get their revenge on the team that they ended up dropping 2 games to yesterday. So we'll see if they can continue to streak. A good offensive pressure now for DePaul. They're countering back after that first about half going in favor of Butler. Here, Steven in transition. He has an open net to shoot at. It's slow on goal, hits the post, and will be cleared.
Oh my goodness. Butler have had so many opportunities, and this is just slightly going too wide. That looked like it was going in for sure. And yeah, I do want to bring in, we did though, however, notice quite a bit yesterday and comment on it that Butler is a team that is very much so momentum based, right? If DePaul gets the first goal, we need to see if they've managed to figure out and conquer their own demons and not let just get demoralized and start playing more timid, right? We're really liking what we're seeing out of Butler. They just need to keep it up.
That they most certainly do. A first goal would give them a lot of confidence as well, as this is going to bounce down towards Steven. Good pass by Zombie. Rumble in a good position. He doesn't make the best save, but Zombie goes way over the ball. Misread that one quite hard, and that was another opportunity to the wayside now for Butler with only 90 seconds left. Rumble is trying to beat Zombie to it, but nobody gets the touch. As now Steven in transition forces Karma Juni up to make the play, and he will turn it around. Looking for Rumble, back down to Karma. Transition is good from DePaul, looking for Flux out in front. Zombie the clear, a minute 15 left to go.
Minute 15, and we haven't seen a single goal come out from either of these teams at the moment. All of these saves have been absolutely phenomenal. It's been literally nail-biting, right? We could have seen 3 or 4 goals on the post by now. And, Karma Juni managing to find him. Was that an own goal by accident?
No, this is just a wonderful pass from Rumble. Look at this touch right here.
Oh my goodness.
Karma. Beauty of a play from DePaul, and they're on the board.
Absolutely phenomenal. That is what you want for DePaul right now. A minute left on the clock. That could have been the deciding factor for this first round. But now it's coming down to Butler. Butler, are they going to be able to retaliate? They've had most of the ball pressure coming out from this game. So all they need to do is find one of those goals and let it hit the mark.
A good flick from Steven to try to get things started. Webbs ends up rotating all the way back. That gives Flux a ton of time to find the clear. Over top of Zombie Burger as well. Now Karma Juni out of the corner. It'll be Steven to play it along. Still Rumble wants to try to attack this orange net, but no touch on that one. Zombie Burger to clear it away. He's going to hustle down the far wing. Flux will beat him to it. Now Steven can't get by Flux either. Beautiful play from Flux there on defense, trying to kill as much time as possible. We're into the final 15.
15 seconds left. Now Butler need to find something. But DePaul slowing the pace of the game down here, just keeping the ball in the air, dribbling it away, keeping it out of possession of Butler for as long as they can. And they might have just been able to run down the clock, as we are going to see DePaul taking game 1.
They do indeed take game 1, and no score on the board there for this Butler squad. They had so much pressure early on. Like we were saying, it looked good. They were making opportunities for themselves. Some key saves on the goal line for DePaul really started to hamper that Butler offense. But if you're DePaul, it's a great win. You won game 1. It was a 1-0 score, but you cannot rely on spectacular saves on the goal line to win you every game of a series.
Yeah, no, those saves were... To have them back-to-back is statistically unlikely, right? Because they were like touch and go every single time. And it just goes to show you how strong of a team Butler really is. Yesterday, they didn't have the best day, but they are coming in fierce today.
That they are. Unfortunately, they'll drop game 1, but now Zombie Burger tries to start game 2 off with a bang. Webbs was looking for the deflection, but it was Rumble to beat him to that one. Now Karma Juni into his own corner. Good play from Steven. Webbs up for it. Crossbar down. Zombie waits. Karma Juni will get it by. He's got a one-on-one opportunity with Steven now, but the pinch will play that one way far away in the first 30 seconds in the books.
Yeah, Zombie Burger getting a nice half flip there to completely flip his momentum around, getting him to be able to defend that ball. And now, again, we've only seen 1 goal coming out of that first game, right? These are really low-scoring games, but many opportunities here. Another one, Steven taking a shot onto goal. Flux going to knock it away. Zombie Burger getting it up into the air just like that. This is what Butler could use if we see another setup. It goes way too far, just hitting. Slightly too wide again.
Yeah, it's a tough touch there from Steven. He almost made it work, but just hit the post with the shot. So keeps the game at 0-0 as we pass that minute mark here, as Steven will go along the back wall. Gets it by Karma. Flux going to get chased down, but Rumble in support now. Towards the net. Karma Juni for the rebound. It will bounce out towards Rumble. Flux is there as well. He'll send that one a little bit wide. Steven wants to help things along to get the clear out of the zone, but the blue squad of DePaul still maintaining this possession game through mid.
Yeah, Steven trying to push it out here. Zombie Burger having an opportunity now to take ball possession. Gets one tap, looks to make it happen again. Flux with an absolutely phenomenal save here. Steven back in control, manages to flip the momentum, contests Rumble. Rumble sneaks it past him as Rumble's now going to get a chance, passing it to Flux. Flux goes for the shot, but Zombie Burger stealing it away. Steven, once again, good touch into the corner. Karma Juni looking to deflect it. Flux now centered up. Goal or shot onto goal is going to be taken all the way from one side of the pitch to the other. Steven with a good save. Zombie Burger being on top of it. Karma Juni now once again in ball control.
Great pass in front. Flux gets the touch. He'll score. Beautiful play again from DePaul to break the tie, this time with 2:51 left to go.
Yeah, that was looking very good here. DePaul finding their first goal exactly on halftime, or pretty much on halftime of the match. 20 seconds to go.
There's now a response needed from Butler. Webbs is up in the air. Flux will play that away. Webb's looking for Zombie Burger crossing through mid. It's down in front. Rumble in a good position to make the save. He'll go up for the second touch as well. Halftime approaching. Now it's going to be Flux out of the corner. He has Rumble lurking through mid, but Steven no problems to clear. Webb's looking for the deflection. Nearly got there. Just couldn't quite get contact.
And that seems to be the story of Butler today at the moment. They've had so many good opportunities and so many... They have been stolen goals, right? Like, that have been taken away from them on so many times. And it's super duper unfortunate. But it just goes to show you how strong the Pool's defense is. Off of the crossbar, we're going to see a pass to Zombie Burger going slightly too wide on the rebound. Another demo coming out. Webbs is going to be able to clear it, giving opportunity for his teammates to reset. And what a lovely pass onto Steven. Webbs following it up, going to try and make the shot. Again, too wide, not quite getting the touch he was looking for.
We have seen some fantastic teamwork, fantastic passing plays from Butler, but the lack of finish, no goals scored so far in the series. They've just missed shots when they've had them. As now Rumble's going to break down the side. Zombie Burger's the last one there. Rumble's over the top. Carmacini rebound score. 2-0 for DePaul with 1:30.
Yeah, we're seeing, I mean, to Paul here, this was nice, right? Rumble manages to see an opportunity, got it past Zombie Burger. Carmely Juni just running slightly delayed behind, but prepared for that crossbar. And I just want to highlight, we are seeing these great, fantastic plays coming out from Butler. But like you said, we aren't just seeing the finishes they need.
It has been a tough outing for Butler early on here in this series. Still no goals on the board in either of the first two games. They've got 1:18 to try to find two to tie us up here in game number 2. Flux not going to be able to make that touch. Zombie Burger gets it stolen away by Rumble. Steven last